collect the premium. Oh, that's easy. Easy breezy. Okay, now literally, D, there are literally hundreds of videos explaining cash secured puts and covered calls on YouTube. Shows you exactly how to do it. As a matter of fact, if you have a trading account with a broker, just give them on the phone. Say, hey, can you walk me through a few of these trades? And know in advance what it is you're trying to do. I always tell people, paper trade until you perfect it. D, you said you don't do puts. Yeah, that's what I said. I don't teach puts. Very rarely will you ever see me do a put, because it's always going to be a numbers game for me. It's always going to be about the numbers. What am I buying it for? What strike price am I selling? What kind of premium am I collecting? Okay, what direction is the stock going? These are all interesting questions you need to ask yourself. Any advice on getting your stocks called to avoid taxes? Mr. Nice Guy, we talked about. Carrie, do you always do covered calls, or do you ever sell cash secured puts till assignment? Absolutely, Carrie. I do both, but I only teach one strategy here. So keep in mind, okay, I'm not trying to sell anything. There are literally dozens of trading strategies. You got to find one that works for you. Well, the strategy I am giving to you for free and showing you how to do, I'm not charging anything for it. I'm not asking for anything. I think it's my responsibility to share what I have learned over the past 20, 30, 40 years of my life. That's what I'm doing. I'm sharing information. Also, I'm creating a video log for my children and my grandchildren, because as I get older, okay, I am not delusional thinking I'm going to last forever. So the information I have, I started like 10 years ago to do videos for my children and my grandchildren, so they can come back and say, hey, how did Papa G do all this? Well, this is how I do it. Okay? Sterling, how are you today? All right. Papa Louse, how are you doing? Just covered calls. D, here. I'm just doing covered calls here. Okay, now I have a morning trading group that people pay to be part of. Then we do other things. But here, just this one. That's it. I have to draw the line somewhere. I can't give everything away. I could, but I'm not going to. Okay? All right. What other stocks fit this system? Chuck Jensen, how are you today? Chuck Jensen. Wait a minute. Carrie, do you always do covered calls? Yeah. Okay. Chuck Jensen, are you ready? Okay, hope you got a pencil and paper, Chuck. Dividend kings. Dividend aristocrats. Dividend champions. Dividend contenders. Warren Buffett's list. Okay, if you like Ray Dalio, if you like, what's her name? That Kathy, I forget her name. If there's other traders you like, you can watch them, and you like what they're doing, fine. Kathy Woods, thank you. Chuck, thank you. Okay. Who cares if it's boring if it works? I'm with you, Chuck. I like that idea. Woods, thank you. Someone else got that one for me too. Okay. Cuddy, what's happening? Do you grab the camera for edit? Nope, I don't edit anything. Does this dude respond to the chat? Absolutely, I do not respond to the chat at all. You're welcome, guy. Okay. Thank you, Chimera. Do you roar? Dude, I don't know. Sorry. No, I don't do that childish stuff. Philip, did you kill anyone? Ooh, well, you're trying to incriminate me. All right, let's see what else. What else do we have? Brian, Daryl, good evening. Good evening. CRCL. Okay, what the heck is CRCL? Oh, wait a second. We're still doing the gap. Hold on. We're still doing the gap. Hold on. All right, so 2143. The 2150s, 27. Okay, so let's look at the chart. What is the chart telling me? Now remember, Rod Stewart from 1970s. I don't know how many people ever heard that one. Every picture tells a story, don't it? Okay. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's happening here? I can see it here, but this is the 1 year chart. I got to zoom in to see exactly what's happening the last 30 days. Because the last 30 days are going to have more bearing on where the stock is going than all this crap. That's months ago. Here, today, yesterday, the day before, that has more bearing on where the stock's going to go. I disagree. Stocks go three ways, up, down, and sideways. Mr. Nice Guy, where do you see a stock going sideways anywhere here? Where? Who trying to get it right? No support and resistance is more important. Yeah, I'm going to disagree with you. I'm playing Fall Guys right now. Okay. Who trying to get right? Okay, whatever. It's consolidating now. You can call it whatever you want. Dow looking good for next week. Hog also looking good for next week. Okay, DK, we'll take a look at that one. Sit tight. How am I today? Johnny Warner, I am doing wonderful. Let's take a look at the gap. And I'm waiting for Mr. Nice Guy to give me one stock that goes sideways. Because all I see is down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I don't see a sideways anywhere. Okay? There's 5 numbers for you to remember in a day. 5. You ready? High of the day, low of the day, opening of the day, close of the day, and the range. 5 numbers. Where do you see sideways? I don't see sideways anywhere. Let's go backwards. Hold on. I don't want to miss these. Okay. Don't. So there's no sideways with stocks. I disagree. Okay, Mr. Nice Guy. I will DM you $100 right now if you can show me one stock that goes sideways. One. If anyone can show me one stock that goes sideways, I'll give you $100. I'll DM it to you. Okay? Cash App. Sideways. No up, no down, just sideways. Okay, so let's get back to the gap. Okay, a year ago, 24.96. We bottomed out at 17.02 in the beginning of April. We topped out at 29.35 towards the end of May. Okay, so here we go, the last 30 days, right there. Here's your last 30 days. 30-day high and 30-day bottom right there, and she's starting to go back up again. All right, well, that works. Let's get rid of this. Okay, here's your 30-day bottom here. That's definitely going to the upside. Do you like the gap? You got 5 questions. Number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do I like this company? Number 3, do I like this company at this current price? 4, am I willing to buy it, hold it for the rest of my life until it hits my target? Well, what's my target? If I'm buying it at 21.43, my target is going to be 21.50. It may hit it today, it may hit it tomorrow, it may hit it in a week from now. But that's my target. Okay, what do we have over here? Philip, I know I'm right. The one you're showing now, it's impossible to go strictly sideways. No shit. Okay? Stocks go up and go down. They do not go sideways. They channel. There's a big difference between channeling and going sideways. Okay, channeling, they stay within a range. It looks like it's sideways from afar off, but if you zoom into it, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. That's all it does. All right, flower stem. What the hell does that mean? You know I'm right. Well, of course I know you're right. Good point. I believe people say it goes sideways without actually understanding what sideways means. Yeah, I get that. All right, DG302. Have I looked at VFC Reitly? We'll take a look at that in a little bit. Victory. Hey, man, I'm from Brazil. Que pasa, amigo? Como está? Oh, wait a minute. Brazil, they talk Portuguese. I don't know any Portuguese. And I don't know how to speak English, but I am trying. So if you're reading this, give me a thumbs up because I won't understand anything you say. 1 thumb up, 2 thumbs up. Yay! All right. How many trading methods do you use? Okay, lemonade. I do whatever is the safest, simplest, and most productive. Okay? Why do you refer to an index fund as a company when it's a basket of companies? Mindy, explain to me, if you will, okay? An index fund, okay? Does it have one person that is in charge? Usually, yes. Does it have a bunch of little minions that take care of all the day-to-day operations? Usually, yes. Does it have an address? Usually, yes. Does it have a CEO? Usually, yes. Does it have a CFO? Usually, yes. Well, basically, you just labeled a company. It is what it is. It's called an index fund, but it's really a small company with a certain goal. It is what it is. I had a couple questions that I missed. Okay. La Playa, I already told you, no JEPQ, no Devo. So there's no sideways with stocks. No, I disagree. Okay, Mr. Nice Guy, like I said, show me one company that goes sideways. Let's finish up with the gap first before, we keep continuing. So I like the gap 2150. Let's check this out. Covered call 2150. There it is, right there. One contract right there, and at the market right there. And here's Johnny. Buy one covered call gap. Weeklies. 27 June 25. That's this coming Friday. The 2150 call option against the gap stock at the market to open. Okay. My profit is 37 bucks. It's going to cost 2100. So let's get the calculator. What does that mean? What does that mean? Maximum profit, $37. What is it costing? $2,113. It gives me a grand total of 1.75% for the week. Actually, it's for 4 days because Monday's already gone. So for the rest of the 4 days for this week, 1.75%. Well, that's a nice amount. Right. So CRCL. Hold on a second. I'm going to write this one down. Which one was it again? Gap. 1.75 and the 2150. 2150. So that way at the end of the week, we can take a look at the ones we picked out. Okay, if you like the gap. Get rid of that one. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to here. All right. CRCL. CRCL. Circle, internet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wait a second. This thing, it doesn't have a year. No, sorry. All right, Ryan. Have you made 1% per week every week this year? Ryan, no, I did not. Let me show you, Mr. Ryan. Okay. Now, Mr. Ryan, I share every single one of my trades, all right, on 3 accounts. I got 7. I got 7 accounts. I share 3 of them publicly. You ready? Account 1, account 2, account 3. All right? So, week 23, June 2nd to June 6th. Okay. Oh, I haven't figured that one out yet. Damn it. Oh, and I haven't done that one yet either. Damn. All right. Week 22, 1.4, 2.7, 0.5. Right here. 0.5. See, I only made $1,100 on this account. 0.5. See? 0.59. Okay, so no, I didn't make 1%. 3.8. 0.8. That's not 1%. 4.4, 3.1, 3.6, 4.2, 3.6, 1.1, 1.4, 2.08, 1.1, 1.3, 0.6. Didn't make 1% there either. 1.9, 2.7, blah, blah, blah. So about 4 times this year I did not hit 1% every single week. Okay? But I'm averaging over 1% every week. Okay, let's keep on going. Let's keep on keeping on. Yeah, so CRCL, it doesn't even have a year worth. Hold on. Let me see. What do we got? Nope. Nope. Sorry. You must have invest in IQD. Oliver, what the hell is IQD? Never heard of it. IQD. Yeah. Okay. When it says we cannot find that symbol, that means no. Tina Coco. Apple. Love Apple. We actually did some Apple this week. AAPL. And I actually have some Apple. All right, so here we go. Apple. High, low, was, is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 201.50. So I'll be looking at the 202s. And the 202s are selling for 166. Now, I already own Apple. I bought it a couple of weeks ago at 205. Okay, first week I had it, I sold at 205. Nice premium. The following week I sold the 200s. Well, this week I sold the 200s again. It's all a numbers game. All right. Vin 01. Sandy wants to take a look at Kohl's. All right, Sandy, let's take a quick look at Kohl's. Oh, wait a second. Apple. Yeah, Apple's not paying 1% this week. Okay, so it's at 201 at the moment. Okay? And that's only going for 166. So it's not optimal to jump in this week. All right. Kohl's, huh? Now, I do own some Kohl's also. I'm going to say no to Kohl's. Look at this. Down. No. Sorry. Vin. MSTY. Do me a favor. Vin. Go to whatever financial website you use and take a look at how many years has MSTY consistently increased its profits to their shareholders. Go ahead. You do that, and then come back and tell me how many years, and then we'll take a look at it. All right. Thank you for your input, Mindy, about the index fund. Procter & Gamble. Love Procter & Gamble. They've been around for over 100 years. Let's take a look. High, low, where was it, where is it? Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on here? Now it's coming back up. The 161, the 162 is 50 cents. Hell no. Why would I buy, even though the chart looks okay, if it's offering me a 50-cent premium on a $161 stock? No. I'm waiting for Procter & Gamble at 158. Cool beans. Chuck Jensen, do you see it? Here's your bottom right here. 2 days to the upside. I mean, the numbers work. I mean, the chart looks good, but the numbers are horrible. Okay? So, if I was going to buy it at 161.50, well, the 162s are going for 50 cents. It's not worth it for me, especially when there are other companies that give more than 1% every single week. Now, I like Procter & Gamble. They are a dividend king, got 5 decades or more of increased profits. So in that, yeah, but most, no. Okay, a DKG, VFC. VFC is also a good company on the list. No. Okay, take a look. Here's your top. Down, 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 down. Now, it's nice if you want to just watch it until it finds the bottom. See, finds the bottom, turns around, goes back up. Finds the bottom, turn around, go back up. Well, it's searching for the bottom. Bottom fishing. Looking for the bottom. As soon as it finds the bottom, it'll turn around and go back up again. Matter of fact, I'm going to write VFC for next week. VFC. Zen's waiting for PFC. PG, okay. Real residence, thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we got there? One clean ride. How are you today? Fun shop. Odom, good evening. Haven't seen you in a while. Sunny, do online have U.S. titles? Okay. Aunt Kiki, how are you today? Is this a calendar you created or found in Yahoo? Okay, Aunt Kiki, the calendar you saw, where is it? Right here. Okay, this calendar here is called an Ex-dividend calendar. What's going on over there? All right. The Ex-dividend calendar. It shows me when stocks are getting ready to pay their dividend. Because if you want to collect a dividend, you have to buy it before the little green dots. Okay, they represent all the companies that have consistently increased their profits for more than 25 years. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go to Google and put in the search Ex-dividend calendar. And there's a whole bunch of companies that love to give you their calendars. Germcan, good evening. Dimitri, how are? But they might be more qualified to invest your money. Dimitri, I'm going to agree with you. Okay, now I'm assuming you're talking about a money manager or a financial advisor. They might be more qualified to invest your money. I'm going to use and I'm going to emphasize the word your money, not mine. Okay, I've been investing my own money for the past 20 years. And I'm pretty okay with what I got. Daryl Blaine Miller. Will Intel start doing dividends again? Daryl Blaine Miller, I honestly don't know. Waterwell, helping people, thank you. No one, hello. Check the filtered questions, okay. That's a blessing, thank you. Jonathan Sadler, thank you. All right, oh, somebody wants to take a look at Microsoft. MSFT, no. Wasn't that quick? Now, when I say I look at a chart, I'm looking for 5 things, okay? And those 5 things I can find within 3 to 4 seconds. Let's take a look at Microsoft, and I'll show you those 5 things I'm looking for. Number 1, the high. Number 2, the low. Number 3, where was it a year ago? Number 4, where is it now? Number 5, just take your finger and go like this. Down, up, down, up. That's it. Just take your finger. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. That's all it does. I don't buy anything at the high of the year. To me, that is a time to sell, not a time to buy. Anyway. Travis, how are you? You must have... Okay, no. Hello from Guyana. Well, hello to you. Yes, channeling is consolidating. Okay, Philip. You should know that. Okay, Philip. My name is Forrest. All right, Forrest. Fortnite or Fall Guy. Okay, whatever. You're full of it, bro. Oliver, thank you. Everybody's full of something, but I'm full of it. Okay, wonderful. Canadian or 51 state. All right. Do you pull fibs? I have no idea what a fib is in the context in what you're talking about. Any thoughts on yield max? Military defense stocks. You mean Boeing, Halliburton, stocks like that? I love Halliburton. How many trading methods do you use? Predominantly 1, but sometimes I'll do 3 or 4. Okay. Now, you do got to understand different trading strategies require a different amount of time and a different amount of understanding. So for the 9-year-old daughter, it was one trading strategy and only one. Simple, safe, predictable, all that stuff. Okay? So the other trading strategies, some of them have a higher rate of return, but they also have a higher risk. Okay? So for me, it's 1% a week, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, 1%. I'm perfectly okay with that because 50% a year works perfectly fine for me. Now, I have other ways of spending my time during the day rather than sitting in front of a computer. So I do 10, 15, 20 minutes of my own trading, and then I'm done for the day. That's it. But that's me. You got to figure out what works for you. And we're all different. We all have a different goal in mind. We all have different risk factors. We all have a different amount of money to play with. And we all have a different amount of time before we need to access our money. Now, I'm retired. So the money I make on a weekly basis pays my bills. And that's why I do this. Because I'm too young to get Social Security. And I've looked at what they're going to offer me on Social Security next year. It's almost laughable. But it is what it is. So this is the only trading method you have to offer. Here, yes. Okay, I know almost every trading strategy there is. Almost. But I don't do them all because they all require more time, more effort. Okay? At some point in time, money loses its luster. Diamonds cease to sparkle. But you don't know where that came from. It was Conan the Barbarian. All right. Okay, everybody there. Cool. Flame Extreme. Thoughts on Yield Max? I don't like Yield Max stocks because they haven't been around for over 20 years yet. What is my favorite color? I have no idea what that even means. I'm Yag and my name is Forrest. Okay. All right. All right. All right. How often do good companies with monthly options switch to weeklies? Johnny, that's a good question. I don't know. Okay, Lip Doctor. We already looked at Apple. Philip. Thank you for that, Philip. Do you pull Fibonacci extensions? Nope. Yay and nay? Nope. What up, big dog? Rogel Dorn, how are you today? Do you pull Fib? I don't even know what does fibs mean. Is that Fibonacci crap or lying? Because where I grew up, fib is a lie, and fib in the trading world is something to do with Fibonacci. Yeah, no. I'm trying to help you guys. Do you pull fib? No, I don't. Too much red. Too much red? All right, there you go. Now we're blue. Hope you feel better. Flip the camera horizontal. How about no? You want everybody to lose. I don't like you. All right, Philip, thank you. Nike. Jamar wants to take a look at Nike. Well, let's take a look at Nike. NKE. Okay, interesting. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up. Down, up, down, up. What's going on here? All right, we'll take a close look at it. If the numbers work. So let's go to here. 60, 78. So I'm looking at the 61s. The 61s are going for 228. That's over 3%. Well, think about it. 3%? Well, 3% is over a 150% per year if you could do 3% every week. If. Okay. So let's take a closer look at it. A year ago was the high of the year, 98.04. Big drop. Now, I jumped in after this big drop, because that was right at the time of the, what do you call it, during the Olympics, right there. And I bought down here. I dollar cost average here, and I ended up getting rid of it when she bounced back up. Okay? They went down, and then went up, and then went down, and then went up. Well, here's the bottom right here, and now it's going back up again. Well, fine, let's zoom in a little bit closer. The low of the year was in April, okay, right at TDS Day. We're calling this TDS Day. That's when Trump said, what do you call them? Tariffs. Tariffs, 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 and the thing dropped. Okay, and then she bounced up. Now we're at 60.78. Okay, the last 30 days right there. This is the last 30 days. 59, jumps up to 65, drops back down to 59. Now we have 1 day to the upside. Here's your high, here's your low. Now she's going back up again. What is your pick for the bottom? I like 2 days to the upside. Well, we have one so far. 2 more would bring us into Wednesday, if it looks good. So we're just going to put Nike down, and we'll look at Nike a little bit later on. NKE, Nike. All right, where is he reading chat from? No. Good doggy. That's funny. Dev, all right. Comedic Animals, hello. Jasper, the dupster, okay. Simplify this for us. You're buying calls heading into the week of the stock's dividend date. Yeah, and? All right, Lip Doctor, CRWD. Is that over 20 years old? I don't think so. Now, I got somebody asking me a question in a language I cannot read. I only invest in Iranian missile manufacturers. Cool beans. Daryl, what are you talking about? Get back to bowling. All right, whatever. They're a better way, integrated options portfolio, all the market upside without the downside exposure. Cool. And what is the average rate of return for that? I'm kind of curious. Hello there. Greetings from Portugal. Good evening. Check out RCAT. What the heck is RCAT? RCAT. RCAT. Oh, Red Cat Holdings. Never heard of it. Okay. Well, let's check it out. Let's go to Yahoo Finance and put in RCAT. RCAT. Red Cat Holdings. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, that's why I've never heard of it. Dividends, nothing. The ex-dividend date, nothing. I don't do it because I don't know who it is. I don't know what they do. Okay? Japan here, want to learn. Rising Sun writer, cool beans. Keep showing up, keep asking questions. Okay, Ben, WRAP. What the heck is that? WRAP. Whoops. WRAP. Wrap Technologies. Hell no. There you go. Bruno, what are your opinion about NVIDIA situation? I have Lockheed Martin. What do you think about investing on them? Long-term investment. Okay, Bruno, my idea of long-term investing and your idea of long-term investing, 2 totally different things. Me, 30 days. That's my idea of long-term investing. Okay? Now, I looked at NVIDIA earlier. It was a double, maybe even a triple hell no for me. Okay? Now, the other one you talk about, Lockheed Martin, LMT. Interesting. Let's take a gander. High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 472 is where we are right now. Okay, so at 472, The closest strike price is going to be the 472.50s, and it's going for 560, which is over 1%. If you like Lockheed Martin, which apparently you do, so let's take a look. A year ago, Lockheed Martin is at 474. Well, doesn't that suck? A year ago, you're at 474. Well, now you're at 472. If you held this for a year, what did you make? Nothing. Think about it. A year ago, 474. Now it's at 472. You lost $2 holding it for a year. Now you may have collected the dividends. Okay. All right, so let's check this out. 474 a year ago. Jumps up to the high of the year, 620. And that was in the middle of October last year. And then we drop down to the bottom of the year, which is, TDS Day, right around here. And that was 419. Okay. Now, the last 30 days, okay, this is the last 30 days. Now, the interesting thing about this is, where do you think it's going? Because it's not really screaming out anything at me. Okay, 470 jumps up to 485, drops down to 445, jumps up to 487, drops back down to 460. Now she's going back up again. If you like it. Okay, so if I do the 472.50s right here, I can pick up $5.60. So let's try that one. Let's get rid of that. Let's do a covered call on Lockheed Martin. The 472.50 right there. One contract. And at the market, here we go. You ready? Buy one covered call Lockheed Martin 100, which is the weeklies. 27 June 25, which is this coming Friday. The $472.50 call option against the stock at the market to open. Okay, maximum profit $954. It's going to cost me $46,296. Okay, so what rate of return is that? Well, let's check it out. Calculator, clear that. $954 is maximum profit. The cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, $46,296. So what does that mean? Okay, $46,296, and that gives me a grand total of 2%. 2%. What's wrong with that? Now, 2% a week, that's over 100% per year, if you can get 2% a week. Okay? How long do you have to hold Lockheed Martin before it hits the strike price of $472.50? Well, it's currently at, let's get rid of this. It's currently at $472.46. So it's only got to go up 4 pennies. 4 cents to hit my target. So the question that I would ask, well, do I like it? Am I willing to hold on to it and sell a covered call every week until it hits my target? Well, my target is $472.50, and the stock price right now is $472.46. Well, that's pretty damn close. I could be out this week. I could be out next week. But if I'm not, and if the stock drops, am I willing to hold on to it until it recovers and go back over what I paid for it? Cool. That's the whole idea. Why would you buy anything unless you are willing to hold on to it for however long it takes for it to hit your target? And if you don't have a target, well, it's like having a ship without a rudder. It's just going to sail off to who knows where. You need to know where you're going. What strategy are you using? What is your goal? These are all very important questions. All right, so Bruno, I hope that answered your question. John Smith, you can remove lots of the risk with integrated options portfolio. Okay, John Smith, What's the ticker symbol for integrated options portfolio? I'm kind of curious. I would love, absolutely love to give all my money to this person and have them pay me 50% every single year and me doing nothing. Is that what he's offering? I'm asking. Oh, Tiny Coco wants Coca-Cola. Now, I very rarely buy Coca-Cola. I mean, yeah, they've been in business for over 120 years. Okay, KO. All right, here we go. 69.74, 70, 39 cents. That's a 0.5%. Sorry. I think I may have bought Coca-Cola twice in 20 years. Did twice in 20 years. The numbers just don't work for me on Coca-Cola. Yield max. We already talked about yield max. Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats. We already did that one. Sir, pay attention. Okay, you residents already did that. Felix, hello. Did you look at the gap? Yes, we did. Nike, we already did that one. AIQ. HTX 13. Oh my God, Texas brown-eyed girl. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Nice to see you. AIQ. What the hell is that? AIQ. Oh, it's a hell no. Sorry. What's wrong with JEPQ? Oh my God, I love it when people ask me that question. Okay. Besides me saying that it doesn't work for me, you want to know what's wrong with JEPQ. JEPQ. Here we go. You ready? It's popping up. Here we go. Morgan Stanley, okay, JP Morgan, NASDAQ Equity Premium Income Electronically Traded Fund, JEPQ. $53.22. Well, the yield is 11.2%. Now, I'm looking for 1% a week. 1% a week comes to 50% per year, okay? And the year-to-date daily total return, negative 1.4. Negative 1.4. Okay, shall I continue? Now, let's go over and take a look at the historical data and see how often has JEPQ increased its dividends to its shareholders. Because you have two choices. One, you can look at the dividends to figure out how often have they increased their profits, or you can read 20 years of annual reports to figure it out. Me, I prefer going right to the dividends. Dividends only. All the dividends. Okay, so here's the problem I have with JEPQ. June 1st, 2022. June 1st, 2022. This thing's 3 years old. That's the problem I have with JEPQ. That's just one of the problems. Let's look at another one. 37 to 34. Now, ask yourself this. I said I want consistency of profitability. The very first dividend is 37. The second one is 34. Now, I didn't go to college. I admit that. Okay? But I do know that 37 to 34 is going backwards. Okay? Now, I'm pretty sure I'm right about that. Because 37, well, higher should be 38, 39, 40, 41. Not 34. Okay, let's look at another one. 37 and 34, backwards. 40, 54, 38. Isn't that backwards again? That's twice. 68, 54. That's 3 times backwards. 54, December 22nd. Whoops, December 22nd. Okay. 54, 57, 44. That's 4 times. 43, 5 times. 45, 48, 35. 6 times. 37. 35, 36. 36. 45, 41, 7 times. 42, 34, 8 times. 38, 42, 43, 45, 42, 9 times. 42. 42, 55, 55, 49, 10 times. 50, 45, 11, 45, 48, 54, 59, 62. Okay, so 10 times it went backwards. Now, let me show you one. Hold on. Hold on. Just hold the phone. Okay, now, my opinion. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong, all right? My opinion on consistency of profitability would look something to this effect. Oh, look at this. Microsoft has dividends all the way back until 1986. Now, I'm not going to go all the way that back. I'm just going to go to 2005 because that's 20 years. Remember, I want 2 decades, 20 years. So 2005, right here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 16, 20, 23, 28, 31, 36, 39, 42, 46, 51, 56, 62, 68, 75, 83. Every single year, higher and higher and higher and higher and higher dividends. That means they're going more profitable year after year after year. So when you ask me why I don't like JEPQ, because more than half of the time their profits are going down rather than up. Consistency of profitability. Now, if you like JEPQ, hey, more power to you. Me? No. Number one, it only has 3 years. 3 years. Okay? Microsoft has over 30 years. All right. Don't. Okay, so Adriano, I hope that makes sense. JEPQ. For me, it's a no. If you like it, more power to you. Okay, I just don't like it. The numbers for me just don't work for me. All right. Jackson, Wally World. Ooh, I bought some Wally World today. Believe it or not, I did. WMT Wally World. Wait a second, that's not right. Oh. WMT. And here we go. Here's Wally World. High, low, is. Look at this. Up, down, What's going on here? Well, let's take a look. All right. So, wait a second. Hold on. 97, 87. Come on, we all know this. The next strike would be the 98. Well, the 98 is going for 79 to 83. Well, this morning it was great. Now, not so much. So I did buy some this morning, but I'm not buying any now because the numbers don't look right anymore. Sorry. Look what happened today. Okay? Here's your bottom. Okay, 1, 2, today, third day. I jumped in this morning and I got over 1% this morning. Well, it's not offering 1% anymore. Sunny, IVMH. I have no idea what that is, Sunny. IVMH. What does that say? It says, we cannot find this symbol. So I'm going to say no to IVMH. Or is that LVMH? LVMH. That's a no also. Caitlin, how are you doing? Mons, how are you? The TikTok guy. Thoughts on ACHV? They're submitting their NDA this week. I have no idea what that means. I know what NDA means. ACHV. Hell no. Sorry. How much do you make a month off of dividends? Over 1%. Well, actually 1% a week. I just woke up. Cool beans. James, good evening, good evening. Moa, good evening. Scotty Young, thank you, Scotty Young. Your residence. Still here. Mason Larkin, check chat PT. I have no idea what it means. KHZ, Eddie, huh? KHZ? What the heck is KHZ? KHZ. Madison Avenue? Okay, KHZ. Cannot find that symbol. Uh-oh, Luke wants to take a look at Alibaba. BA. Okay, who wanted to look at Alibaba? Luke. Luke, are you ready for this? Luke, check it out. 2. That's it. 2 dividends. That's it. How can you get a good historical performance with only 2 dividends? Canada bigger. I have no idea what that means. Lake Comp is close to the Swiss Alps. World you want to live in, girl. Good evening, good evening. Okay. All right, Canada bigger. Nick Easy as 123. I'm currently in Houston, Texas. It takes 11 hours to get to El Paso, Texas. Wow. 85% don't know where the U.S. is on a map. That's horrible. New money. Good evening. Congrats, new money. I'm in Woodlands. Okay. 200, not 1,000. Okay, Roger, I'm not quite sure what you mean, 200, not 1,000. Jim, kind of afraid to travel nowadays. Oh. Google says 48% of Americans have passports. Okay. David, how you doing? Anthony, how you doing? Microsoft, we already did that one. Why does Nike options seem so high? You'd have to ask the market maker that question. I don't know the answer to that one. Because they're all created by the market maker. Okay? Do you write in the money, at the money, or out of the money? Concerned citizen, back again. How are you today? It's always going to be about the numbers. Which is the safest? Which is the most profitable? I go from there, and then so on and so forth. Apple, Crowd. Yeah, we looked at Crowd. Okay, how can I invest if I live in a foreign country but want to invest in the U.S. stock markets as a U.S. citizen living in a foreign country? You can use what is called a VPN. Lisa, good evening, and how are you today? What is your strategy then for 10 kin, I assume? Josh, I have no idea what you mean. Too much blue. Oh, I'm not even going to get into it now. What broker are you using? That would be Charles Schwab. What's good on here? Yuri, how are you doing today? My eyes, too much blue. Options about NVIDIA. Sorry, Bruno, I don't do NVIDIA at all. Question, I invested in Lockheed Martin long term. What do you think about that? Greetings from Portugal. I also invested in Palantir. Okay. I don't do Palantir. I don't do NVIDIA. But Lockheed Martin, we took a look at that a little while ago. Enzo, EFX, huh? EFX. Candles, I don't understand it. I can't help you. Can you play a song? Sing me a song after the love. Oil to 60, cool. Rising Sun. I have never participated in any type stock investment or anything of that nature in my life. Where should I start? Yesterday, I created a Webull account and downloaded Robinhood app. I like the Robinhood app. Where should you start? You should start with what you know. Paper trade until you understand what you are doing. Never, ever, ever do something you don't understand. Drazik! What's happening, brother? Haven't seen you for a while. Okay. EFX. I'm going to say no right off the bat, Enzo. Okay. Take a look. We go right to 2005. Okay. 4, 2006, 4, 2007, 4, 2008, 4, 2009, 4. That's 4 years, no increasing whatsoever. 2011, 16, 18, 22, 25, 29, 33, 39, 39, 39, 39, 39, 39, 39. Hell no. Nope. Nope. All right, we're at 26, 11:26. I got 4 minutes to answer up the rest of the questions. So what do we have? Done over here, cool beans. Ford, like Ford. ICANN Enterprises, ooh, like that one. Check me tomorrow. CMG has been sideways for a minute. Really? CMG went sideways. CMG. I'm terribly sorry, but down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Yeah, no, that's not sideways at all. How's looking SEMO? Never heard of it. Ford, yep. American Airlines, yep. Bank of America, yep. Broken English, safe. The Spotter. Pepsi, loves Pepsi. CMG, wait, CMG, isn't that, hold on. Chipotle, CMG? Oh, yeah, no. Cypher, I have $1. Alrighty then. I got $1. I got $1. Hey, 0% of stocks. Okay. When you don't sell any. All right. Businessman, later friend. Okay, broken English, good evening. Arrow, hello. So you hit your 175, and that's like 1,000 right there, right? Depends on what you're starting out with, Arrow. Jeff, CRCL is a new company, not even 1 year old. Yeah, no. Ooh, fish hooker, Mara, I have something. Dude smacking his TV. Yep. My TV, I can do what I want. Where do you post your option trades? On my website. Hold on, right here. Okay, the10MinuteTrader.com. Whoops, let's go all the way up to the top. These are all my trades for the year. Weekly trades for 2025. Okay, these are all of them right here. Account number 1, account number 2, account number 3, all the way back to January 1st. You click on any one of these and it'll tell you exactly what they were. Okay, Macy's, Foot Locker, Kohl's, ASO, Hertz, Foot Locker, Harley Davidson, Hertz, Foot Locker, Hertz, Riot, Kohl's. This one over here. Hertz, Riley, Halliburton, Foot Locker, Kohl's, Macy's, Merck, Hertz, MPW, Foot Locker, Riley, Riot. Every single one of my trades on 3 accounts. I got 7, but I only share 3 of them. I got to draw the line somewhere. So let's keep on going. Waiting close to 11:30. Oh, Realty, hell no. Big Bear AI, double hell no. SEMO, never heard of it. Macy's, we're going to have to look at it tomorrow. How many dividend stocks do you invest in? About 300. So you are mostly doing dividend stocks. Yep. Lucas, I'm new here. Good evening. Club Med Tom, hey James, do you keep a monthly? Do you keep the monthly stocks also in your calendar? I don't do monthly options, only weeklies. JC, Google, no. Big Bear AI, no. Not for this strategy, standard long or leap calls. Hello, 1% a week is for you is like collecting $1,000. Okay, Coney, no. QBTS, you have to ask me tomorrow. Okay, you're gonna have to ask me tomorrow on Coney. Hard to do 3% on a weekly basis. You're absolutely right. Okay. Nike will go down tomorrow. That way says that wick says put. Alrighty. How? AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. I lost 30,000 on Enviva, EVA. It went to 0. I've never heard of EVA. I only do stocks that have 20 years or more of increased profitability. Okay? What is the difference between a dividend and compound? Well, what is the context? Because a dividend is a portion of the profit. Compound could be a military compound. It could be a compound which is a mixture of a couple of different materials in order to make something compound. Never mind. The context. You have to give me the right context for what that word is. Because compound could be almost anything, depending on, what's the context. Are you factoring theta? Nope. Delta Greeks eat profits. If you say so. What types of dividends do you like to invest in? Low or high risk? Zero risk. I like no risk at all. Allie is on my list. Riley's on my list. Verizon's on my list. Coca-Cola is boring stock. Yes, it is. Thoughts on QBTS? Gonna have to wait till tomorrow. Thawkins, how are you doing? We support first responders. Okay, fine. Daily, what's happening? Edwin, thoughts on PSTV? Never heard of it. Jazzman, MSTY. Okay, Jazzman, no. Okay, go look. Jazzman, seriously. Go look in whatever financial website you use and see how many years has MSTY increased its profits. Froze for anyone else? I have no idea. Please explain to me how to sell calls for Ford at the current price. East meets West. Westy bestie. Hey, cool beans. How do you sell covered calls on Ford? Simple. You put the ticker symbol in, Ford. Okay, the current price for Ford is $10.75. Okay, so at $10.75, more than likely I'll be doing the 11s. And the 11s at 2 cents, I would say hell no. Sorry. Walmart, we already looked at Walmart. SCHD, we already said no to SCHD. POR, or is it no? Okay, BAT, okay, wow. TSLY review, nope. Walmart, we already looked at that one. Tufts in QBTS. In general, I'm not related to dividends. Okay. Maddie goes out. How are you doing, Maddie, going out? MSTY should go above 22, right? I don't do MSTY because it's too young of a company. Okay, most companies don't get past 3 to 5 years. MSTY is not that old of a company. I don't do companies that aren't that old because to me, why would I give my money to a company that's not consistently profitable? Check out the numbers. How often have they consistently increased their profits? BBFS, Richard, I have no idea what that is. AJ, I don't do Tesla at this moment, but I am going to change my tune a little bit. SPY, hell no. Did you see the numbers for SPY? Chris, Tesla, well, let's take a look later. Humana, okay, it's past 11:30. I'm just going to go past the questions. You're going to have to ask me tomorrow. Super microcomputers, that's SMC, right? Yeah, I know what it is. Have you reviewed Riley? Not tonight, we haven't, but I do own some Riley. College professor, VS. I have no idea what that means, AJ. VIES. Okay, vibes. Oh, college professor vibes, thank you. AJ, thank you. Super microcomputer, we'll take a look at it tomorrow. AJ French, 1% a week compounded over a year is ridiculous. Yeah, it's about 70, isn't it 66% or 70%, something like that? Matey goes out. You sit here listening to him, then he says, ask me tomorrow, but reads. Well, yeah, Okay, I'm here from 9 until 11:30. It's 11:35. I'm just going through the questions because I like to read every question before I leave. Hey, from Alexis. Hey, Alexis, how are you doing today? Memphis, Tennessee. Gotta love it over there. Okay, do you chase anything on TSX? Nope. I like the red better, thank you. I bet. Can you wear the blue shirt and the red tie? Yes, I can. A bet. S bet. Oh, talking about realty. Yeah, no. Canadian TikTok. Hi, James. How are you doing? Your thoughts on Eli Lilly out of my price range. That's my thoughts on Eli Lilly. Okay, what do we have over here? Okay, as a beginner, where do you recommend I start? Education. Read and learn as much as you can. John, 12 to 15% buy options with 6% the rest in reserve. Reserve is bonds and conservative strategies. Pays for the options. Options have 3-year exercise period. Did you say 12 to 15%? Because that's only like 1% a month. I'm going to say no because I want 1% a week. Okay, tellers and tails. Thanks for your input. I too like dividend stocks. Cool. Okay, sir, my idea is 10-year investment. Okay. You good with that one, Bruno? Now, in 10 years, I'm going to be 72. Yeah, sorry. I have no desire whatsoever to go back to work. So, hypothetically, if I do not invest my own money, where's my money going to come from? Because we are the only species on this planet that's got to pay to live here. And for me, I have X amount of dollars that I need on a monthly basis in order to live comfortably. Ooh, NARF, the VIX index, cool. What do you do when your underlying goes down significantly? Do you mean like goes down like 50%? Britain? Is that significant? 50% drop? I bought Kohl's at 22 and it dropped down to 11. I still got 1% every single week against it because I lowered my strike price. Daniel, cheers everyone. Bruno, I also invest strong in Palantir. I thank you, sir, for teaching us. Okay. I've looked at Palantir many times. The numbers don't make sense to me. Not that I don't understand looking at the numbers. Okay. The numbers don't make sense for me to invest in Palantir, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I have $150 in my bank. Okay. My first step to invest in my money. Okay. Okay. Hi, you're a great teacher. Thank you. Yes, the VIX index. Okay, what about it? Target 1000X. Okay, good for you. Reported for scam and spam. Pokemon trainer. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. What are my long-term stocks? Rick, my idea of long-term is, oh, look at that. I got one of those things. My long-term is 30 days. That's it. What about Target? Love Target, Tina. It's on my list. Tiny Coco. Sorry, Tiny Coco. Eric, hello. JEPQ, no weekly options. Yeah, I'm aware of that. We are 138 IS song from Misfits. Okay. Oh, Nar, thank you. Why are you looking to maximize income? Do you have a day job? Dividends force taxes. Chadwick, thank you for that, because I didn't know that. But here's the thing. I've been working since 1973. There's probably a good idea that you haven't even been born in 1973. So from 1973 to 2025, well, don't you think I deserve to retire if I have enough money to retire comfortably? I'm not doing Palantir. Okay, Bruno, ask me tomorrow. Maddie, dang, okay. James, why are you ignoring my comment? I'm not ignoring your comment, East Week's Best. Yeah, you sent me a heart. Great. Okay. I see that. But your comment, I'm looking for it and I can't seem to find it. Okay? Matty goes. I gotta go all the way up and I'm not seeing the comment from you, kiddo. So I'm not ignoring your comment, it's just not coming through. Okay? You sit here listening to him and say, okay, yeah, whatever. Thank you, Matty goes out. Okay, Matty goes out. I see you're a little unhappy with what I'm doing. Terribly sorry. Do you chase anything on the TSX? No. You like the red better? Can you with the blue or red? Yep, whatever. TikTok, blah, 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 blah. Okay, East meets West. I'm not seeing the question that you're asking. Why am I ignoring you? Okay, I'm not ignoring you. If you put something in your question that is out of bounds, so to speak, because we do have parameters set for certain words to not appear. So if you put a certain question in, a certain word into your question won't appear on the screen. I scrolled through all the screens. I can't find anything other than became number 8 fan in the fan club. Okay, thank you for that. And then I got the, why are you ignoring my comment? Well, I'm not seeing the comment. So I'm looking now, ask me what your comment was, sent it again. Okay, see, I have 3 comments here. East meets West. James, why are you ignoring my comment? And then JJ says, following the live. And then you say you sent it again. Well, I didn't see it again. It didn't pop up again. Just trying to understand what to do when you lose 20, 30% and then realize when calls exercise. Okay, so Britain, I appreciate the question, I do. However, I look at my account twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. I have a good understanding where my positions are at all times. Now, you could, if you're a nervous investor, have what's called an alert. So if a stock goes to a certain point, either up, down, or whatever, you will be alerted. Okay, do you recommend any stocks that grow and split, multiply to see it and forget it? Nope. Sorry, Dave. I'm an active trader. I trade once a week. I'm 20. Would you recommend investing more in a Roth or S&P VOO long-term gains? I know nothing at all about you, Cal, so I cannot in a good conscience give you any advice whatsoever. And I don't give advice. The only advice I actually give is seek a tax strategist if you're concerned about taxes. Never invest any money until you perfect some type of strategy in a paper trading account. Play some Monopoly with it. And then third, never use margin money until you understand the risks involved. So East meets Westy. Okay, you said you sent it twice. I did not see anything. So if you can reword it and send it, hey, Austin, what's happening? If you can reword it and send it, I'm standing right here in front of the screen. Jared, Kai, put as much as you can in a Roth. Okay. All right. How's my day? My day was lovely. What about HBAR? I have to look at it tomorrow. What about Apple? We looked at Apple earlier. LV, I think the person was talking about Louis Vuitton. Ooh. Fala processa, fala sobre Bitcoin. I don't do Bitcoin, sorry. Good night. False bravad, Barona. Okay, virtual. What's my net worth? Thank you for that question. Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. Hershey and oil goes down to the 60s. Okay. See it now. Britton Fisher, wow. That's the only thing I'm getting from you, East meets Westy. Britton Fisher, rewrite it 3x. Sorry, kiddo, I'm not seeing anything you're putting up other than at Britton Fisher, rewrite it 3 times. Are you using short-term call options on dividend stocks to make 1% per week? Yes, I am. East meet West. Yes, I can. The comment says, see it now. Okay. Jared M. Not. Any thoughts on Verizon? Yep, Verizon's on my list. H-bar chart, no. I don't speak that language. CVX, Chevron, like Chevron. Nike earnings coming the 26th, hence elevated option premium, probably. I don't see anything he's writing either. Ooh, Home Depot. Love Home Depot. Marathon Man, how are you today? I just saved 15% on my car insurance by switching to Geico. New here, Pedro. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? QILD. No, I don't do QILD. Thanks for everything. Do you play Fortnite? No. Cuddy shop with that. See it now. Okay, East meets Westy Bestie. See it now is the only thing I'm seeing. Great, how are you? I am wonderful, thank you. So East meets West, Westy Bestie. Only thing I'm seeing is see it now with 4 question marks. That's it. If you're sending anything else, it's not coming through. I see one. No, that wasn't you. Really, Brian, we're learning DBL, okay. High pound, okay. Real Brian listening to Bruno, blah, 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 blah. Do you base your stock actions on political? Nope. Alphabet, nope. I do QILD, monthly dividends, 10% return. Dave, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Good for you. Okay, now, I don't do QILD because I don't like the numbers. Okay, I look at 1% a week, which is over 50% per year. Not a problem. What are your thoughts on Zim? There's a reason why I don't do Zim, and I don't quite know what that is off the top of my head, but we look at Zim at least once a week because somebody, just like you, asks over and over again, what about Zim? And it always comes down to no. For some reason or another, Zim is a no for me. What country will able most technically? I have no idea. Why don't you trade during market hours? I do. Porsche, Unlevered, and Alphabet, please. As a beginner, the best thing to do is get a second or third. All right, that's interesting. What can I do? 200 shares, 45 average. What can I do? Well, it depends, East, because see, East meets Westy Bestie. I actually see this one. This one says, what can I do? 200 shares, 45.50 average. What can I do? Well, what company is it? That's number one. Number two, what is it you're looking to do? And number three, what are your risk parameters? What do you find too risky? What are you okay with? There's a lot of unanswered questions, but from what I'm seeing here, oil is down. Yeah, some of it is, not all of it. Zim at 43, okay, right now. Dave Jenkins, I don't have a lot of time to spend on the computer playing around with stocks. Nothing wrong with that at all, Dave. Nothing at all. No, I do not day trade. Occidental Petroleum. Ooh, I love Occidental Petroleum. So you have Occidental Petroleum at 45. Where is it? Where is it? 45.50. Okay. Occidental Petroleum, 45.50. OXY. Okay. Interesting. The high, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, up. What's going on here? Those are questions you need to ask yourself. What is it you want to do? Sunny Low, you said you don't do politics, but on days like these, is there a specific methodology for volatility? Okay, Sanilo, I don't buy anything unless I am prepared to hold it for the long term. What can I do? Sell call? Yeah, you can sell calls against it, East meets West. You can. Okay, but you bought it at 45.50. See, the 45.50s are going for, what does that say, 22? We're going for 25. Okay? The 45.50s are going for 25 cents a share. Okay, it's a little over 0.5%. But 0.5% every single week is 25% per year, if you're okay with that. So Sanilo, okay, like I said, I don't do politics. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. Is the fear over? The fear of what? Is that a good stock for dividends? Daniel, I don't know anything about you. You're okay? All right. Now, I always tell people, if you want a conversation, I love talking to people. I do. I call and talk to people all day long. DM me with your number, and I'll give you a buzz. Do I go to 46? Is that better? Well, East meets West. Westy bestie. I don't know anything about you, so I can't give you a yes, no, and I can't tell you what to do. See, I don't know what your risk parameters are. I don't know anything about you. So it would be doing a disservice to tell you what to do. Okay, Chase, AGNC. I used to trade AGNC until something happened inside, and now the premiums for AGNC, these things right here, are horrible. So I don't do AGNC anymore. Lychee, Tesla. Okay. I don't do Tesla because they have no dividends. All right. Wow, I guess I got a lot of questions over here. America First, Patriots join the movement, support. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, what happened to Tony Hawk? No idea. Do you make any stock decisions based on your... Nope. My first day looking for dummies in trading and crypto. What direction can I take? Okay, Anthony. Hello from Costa Rica. Ooh, I've been to Costa Rica. I love that place. Sanilo, Boeing. Yep, it's on the list. SCHD is not on my list. Can you make a call to me tonight? Yep. Send me a number. It's only 11. Oh, it's 11:50. Yeah, I'm gonna be up until 1 o'clock in the morning. A couple more hours. Jazz, APLD. Okay, what about it? Okay, we're past 11:30, which means I'm not really looking at any other stocks. Okay, tomorrow is another day. Chase, Coney. Now, Chase, didn't I ask you to take a look at the numbers on Coney? Holding long term. Okay, AbbVie, Lychee, I love AbbVie. This guy not even live. Bro, did you even buy ASTS? No. Thoughts on hymns? No. I said, hi. Forget everything but ASTS. Why? Goku. Good name, but no. Solana, no good. Solana, not so good. What do you think? Describe your channel in one sentence. Alternative investing for... Ooh, wait a minute. Alternative investing for... I'm going to have to think of that word. Accelerated growth. Oh, no, accelerated earnings. I don't know, something like that. Zero response to YouTube. Thank you, Jordan. Wisdom Tree Physical Swiss Gold. Okay. Starbucks. Ooh, I actually have some Starbucks. Pepsi. We've been watching Pepsi for weeks. Cliff, hedging. Okay. This isn't the real account. Knowlster. I have no idea why you'd say that. Do you have a Roth IRA? Oh, hell no. You should read the fine print on the Roth IRA. But I'm not a financial advisor, so I cannot tell you what to do. Okay? Don't. $3 billion to a national debt. Okay. Intelligent and very attractive. Okay. You look like my dad. Okay. Can you tell me your channel is about? Investing in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Got in late, subscribed. What time frame are we observing on the chart, and what time frame are we looking for on the options? Ooh, good question. Every once in a while, I actually get a good question. Okay? Now, The time frame I look at is the 1-year chart, the 90-day chart, the 30-day chart, and then the seasonality chart. And then for the options, it's always, always, always weekly. I only traded my Roth. What's wrong with the Roth? Cliff, how are you doing today? Chase, we are only talking about shares, people ask. Okay. What are your thoughts on Palantir? No. Could you break down a put? Yes, I can. Can you tell us why you don't approve of Roth IRA? I didn't say I don't approve it. Everybody has their own different path. My path does not include the Roth IRA. Okay? I like different things. Now, I cannot tell you, well, I can, but I'm not going to tell you how you should have your money and where you should put it. Chase, what's your net worth? I'm not quite sure what that has to do with anything. Okay, sent you my number. All right, I'll give you a buzz in a minute because I think I'm done with all these questions. Urban.
Do you want to check on Pepsi today? It looks like in the 30-day chart, it's pretty low today.
And how are you doing today, my dear?
Well, I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. No, for you, I will take a look at Pepsi. Give me a second because I'm almost done with all these here. Do you ever watch Green Acres? Ooh, Green Acres is the place for me. High living from society. Yeah, I've seen that one before. All right, can you explain covered calls? Chase, absolutely. You buy a stock at a certain price. You sell it to someone else using a call option or a call contract, giving someone the opportunity to buy it from you at a certain price by a certain date. Also, Chase, there are literally hundreds upon hundreds of videos explaining the covered call on YouTube. Do you sell or buy? I sell options only. I do not buy. I made a killing on Symbiotic. Cool beans. Can you explain your strategy? Yep. I buy dividend stocks and I sell options against them for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week using nothing but pre-qualified dividend stocks, and those are companies that increase their dividends for more than 20 consecutive years. There you go. All right, kiddo, let's do this. Pepsi. Now I'm going to do this for you, and then I'm going to be done for the night. All righty? Pepsi, here we go. Oops. Pepsi. P-E-P. Here we go, yo. Ooh. Oh, no. Sorry, hon. We haven't found the bottom yet. Look. 4 down days in a row. So it's not even worth looking at yet.
Could be good for buying for that?
Me personally, now I can't tell you what to do. Me personally, I would wait to find where the bottom is because this thing could drop some more tomorrow.
Okay.
See, let me get even a little closer. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4 down days in a row. So until it finds a solid bottom, turns around, starts going back up. We've been watching Pepsi for the past 2 months, and it just kept going down, and now it's going, up, down, up, down, up. But not enough movement to make it worthwhile to get into. If you take a look at the whole chart, all right, here's the high way up here at 180. And she's going down, retrace, down, retrace, down, retrace, down. Now she's kind of channeling, not going sideways, but kind of channeling in this area right here. So we're actually looking for the bottom of the year. Now, I love Pepsi because it is a dividend king. They do have 5 decades of increased profitability. So why not? You know what I mean? But for me personally, it's at 129. The 129 is going, I got to open that up a little bit more. The 129 is going from 125 to 131. So that's just about 1% if you like Pepsi. But for me, I'd still wait until the bottom actually shows up.
Okay then. I was also thinking of still doing some paper trading. I'm a completely beginner level in investing.
Yeah.
But because now I'm actually not in America, I'm actually in the other side of the world right now.
Whereabouts?
Perhaps trading and the timing would be different, right? Or is it just mostly the same?
Okay. Well, whenever you're ready, you're here. When you're ready, you let me jump online with you, and we'll chat and we'll see what's right for you. Alrighty.
Because actually, personally, I'm in Vietnam.
Oh.
The time, maybe trading time to be really, really different.
Well, I would like to go there someday. Someday. Oh, we already made Nike. Alrighty. All right.
So technically, trading would not be different, right? It's just the time is different. Trading
Well,
would be the same.
Well, actually, you could trade from where you are using a VPN, a virtual private network, and the market's open at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not quite sure what time that would be where you are.
Yeah, in America, if it's morning, then here it's night. And America, if it's night, then here it's morning.
Yeah, I get that part. So it's midnight now. So what time is it there?
I believe it's an 11-hour difference.
Okay, but what time is it now?
Well, now it's 11 a.m.
It's 11 a.m. So it's 12 p.m. here. So at 9 a.m. would be 8 p.m. for you. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at 8 p.m. So at 8:30 p.m. that's when the stock market opens. So if you're online at 8:30 p.m., I mean that's not that bad.
Yeah, that's not really bad. It's not that bad. But that means that the market is usually open at midnight in this country. I mean, nighttime, basically.
Well, if you have any questions, my dear, just ask away. I'm here twice a day, 9 a.m. and then 9 p.m.
Well, thank you very much.
You have a nice day, my dear. Okay, that's it for me tonight. And way past 11:30. 5 a.m. in the UK. Cool. Bruno, ask me tomorrow. All right, can you trade the same in a cash account or a Roth? You said read the fine print of the Roth. Yeah, certain things you cannot do in a Roth account. Certain things you can. All right, that being said, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you again tomorrow. All right, so, I forget who it was. And the meeting, and here we are done tonight here. All right, you're done. Done, and done here. Cool beans. All right. Easty, Westy, I'm going to give you a buzz in a second. Let me finish turning off all the cameras and stop the sharing and stuff. All right, what are we doing? Share. There we go. And here. And now the end is near. And so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. We talk again tomorrow. Absolutely, Bruno. Make sure you're here earlier if you have some good questions. I'll